Alright, we are going. Let me do some. Hopefully, the sound is alright. I noticed, like, in my mixer here, that I was using my webcam as an audio device as well, so maybe that was having some interference with, like, the sound. I know yesterday someone did say that my sound was kind of low and they couldn't really hear me, so hopefully you guys can hear me now. I do tend to kind of mumble a lot, so I don't know. So anyways, the major levels that I'm looking at right now, as we head towards the US Open in about 18 minutes or so, is really this level down here. Right now, I did draw a golden pocket or a fib retracement from the lows right here to the swing high roughly, and it is lining up quite nicely with this daily support level. Also just going towards our merging sessions here and kind of zooming out a little bit. We are getting nice confluence with a previous day point of control and a large naked session point of control down here. That would be very, very nice confluence. So we're getting a daily level, golden pocket, previous day point of control, and a naked session point of control. So that is about, 5 confluences there all together. And so that would make for a very, very nice kind of possible swing long, actually, but a pretty good day trade, to say the least. And again, I'm looking on this on the 4 hour, or the 1 hour, I should say, right now. Usually I start off with the daily. I'll just show you what's happening with the daily. Right now, we've just been in this kind of large range, you can say, for a while. We had this large coil up. Now we're kind of dumping down. Right now, we are in a daily downtrend. So, again, I can say shorts are probably in favorable right now. We did get a large kind of rejection this morning, as we had a whole bunch of trap traders kind of FOMOing in on the top here. I'll show you what I mean. Zoom in here. So right here you can see a whole bunch of longs kind of opening up at resistance, to say the least, opening up our net longs. There wasn't really any noticeable increase here, but we did get an increase in open interest here on the 5 minute. And then shortly after a few candles, we started getting shorts coming in, kind of trapping these longs. How did they know we're kind of trapping them? Well, they're opening up down below here, as noted by kind of the highlights right here. Really, I wouldn't necessarily take a short if I saw this happening, but once I start seeing the stacked selling imbalances here coming in, I would have definitely probably taken a short there. And again, we just kind of bust through the VWAP, and that is kind of more bearish. Ever since then, we've just been kind of coming down even more. Today, I guess with the Fed rate hikes, whatever, there's going to be much more volatility happening. So again, maybe we can get in multiple trades again today. Right now, we're kind of in no man's land, per se. I am looking possible for a 30% setup. And so that if we get 2 consecutive 30-minute candle closes below this previous day value area high, again, there is a good chance that we can come down towards that previous day value area low at around 18,590. However, a good take profit is that previous day point of control. And as noted earlier, this is a very nice level that I'm looking to take a long from. I'd be pretty surprised if we do bust through that level per se. So again, we're going to see maybe a slow grind down or quick grind down, hopefully. We haven't really retested the VWAP, so I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of pump up and towards that VWAP, and then we will see a possible rejection going down kind of in the future. So maybe once in about 14 minutes or so, we'll see a good kind of grind up towards that VWAP. I'm just going to draw a quick fib here and see if we have any confluence. So we're getting a nice golden pocket at around 19,250. And yeah, a good confluence with the VWAP and the golden pocket. So could possibly see kind of a slow or quick grind up and then a sharp rejection down, and then maybe kind of pump up from there. Again, just looking at the daily time frame too, is that we had a whole bunch of shorts kind of didn't really start to come in until around here. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up kind of crushing through this monthly level at around 20K, give or take, that we get a quick move up from here, and we'll see what really happens at around this 21,500-ish level, as there was a lot of late shorts kind of opening up. And so again, Mr. Market will kind of look and take to stop those guys out. But really, this is really a really rough kind of game plan that I'm looking at right now. Right now, it's not really any support that I'm really seeing we're bouncing off of right now. So I'm going to kind of sit on my hands for trade-wise. But if this does possible play out and I get card confirmations, maybe I will take a kind of a short based off of that. But again, I do expect a lot of volatility coming in, and I am somewhat bullish for the most part. Just looking at our Fibonacci base time, that we are in the 1-to-1 right now as of today. In the past, it didn't really go well as planned, but nevertheless, we did get a pivot at around the 618 Fibonacci time. And so today is a day for another possible pivot of the Fibonacci base time. Again, it could happen today or tomorrow. It could have happened yesterday. This could have been kind of a local bottom from that. Again, the bottom from that was just taking out liquidity from here. I know a lot of people who kind of longed in sort of these levels, therefore they probably got stopped out when we came back down to that. However, I don't really know many people who really longed from right here. Therefore, there probably isn't as much liquidity or stop losses per se at that level. So it was pretty interesting to kind of see that correct on the way down, so to speak. So that is kind of my rough game plan right now. Looking at the S&P, let me kind of update this if it is already. I'll turn on my magnet tool here. Looking at the S&P right now is that okay, that's the fib. Okay. Is that we could possibly see a short squeeze, especially if we kind of get past sort of the high right here at around 13 or 3980, so to speak. Looks like we kind of rejected off of that, but if we continue kind of pump up from that, good possibility that we could come up towards this point of control right here, and we'll see if we get a rejection or not based off of that. There's a good chance too that we could possibly quickly, sharply come up into this golden pocket here and then get a rejection based off of that. But right now it looks like it is in kind of the bull's favor. Right now we did get a bounce from this major golden pocket right here, so we might kind of work our way up and get rejection off of the point of control, as I said earlier. But if we do end up kind of losing really these lows, 3940, I'd give or take, I'd say, there is a good chance that we could come back down towards this 786 level. That has nice confluence with a monthly and daily level, and so that would be our next interest. If we end up losing that, again, I could see possible this weekly, but the major support that I'm really looking at, let me go to the 3-day time frame here, is this 0.5 level at around 3,500 for the S&P, give or take. I think that would be a significant level to really take a swing trade long from, give or take. I am gonna release a video possibly by tomorrow on swing trades to take. I know a lot of people have full-time jobs, and so swing trading is really the way to be trading, especially when you have other priorities, which I understand. So I'll release a video just looking at levels for the stock market and a few cryptos, most likely Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. And then possibly we'll take a look at the dollar as well. And I'll just release a video for that so you guys can take a look at that. Anyone in the chat here? Good morning. Sorry, I do not have my laptop right by me, so I can't really see the live chat, but feel free to ask questions too. It is going to be an interesting open per se. Let me take a look at the ENS. So the E-minis futures is kind of dumping right now. That's always not really a good sign, but nevertheless, we still can't really judge that until like 7 minutes. Still kind of early. Again, 8:30 is not necessarily time I want to put in a trade. It gets really volatile, and as noted by yesterday, we did see trap traders in the order flow of Bitcoin anyways, so I can probably go back and take a look at that. I think it was right here. Oh yeah, it was before this dump. So yeah, it was right here. We got a rejection off of the VWAP, resistance per se. I don't really remember what level we were looking at the time, based off a trading view level. But nevertheless, we see a whole bunch of longs kind of open up here. And then immediately following after, we see a whole bunch of shorts closing in, stacked imbalances of shorts closing in. And as we kind of push the, wow, that was a major drop over there. But as we kind of push down based off of that, and we do get kind of the grind down, and then we see this large kind of mini capitulation candle, stopping out a lot of longs, flushing out a lot of leverage out of the market, and then eventually we kind of make our way up based off of that. Well, we kind of continue a little bit downwards too, but yeah, that was very interesting. I wasn't really expecting a huge drop like that, but I guess just looking at the daily time frame, pretty picture perfect lower lows along with lower highs on the daily time frame. So just taking that into context here. Let me refresh my order flow here. There are times on the web version where the VWAP will just kind of go into your numbers, so to speak. So that's never really a good thing. Looking at what's going on right now with the order flow is that we're seeing a decrease in price here as open interest is increasing. I'm guessing there's a lot of shorts, and just opening up my net shorts, yes, there is a bunch of shorts that are opened right here. I don't really necessarily ever look at the values. Same with open interest too. I never really look at the values. I'm just compare how much is increasing or decreasing. I just compare it with the open interest per se. So see who else is in here. All right. So now we kind of wait. We'll see if this 30 or 80% setup is working out. So I'm just gonna draw 1910. Let me mark this down on my chart. Put down my water here. So yeah, it'll definitely be interesting if we get another candle close here at around 9 o'clock. That would be bearish. That will, again, most likely send us down here. I don't know. This will be really interesting if this does play out. Again, no really certainties. This is really speculative, but I don't know. It'll just be interesting nevertheless. And so let's take a look at merging sessions here. And so again, just going off that daily level, naked session point of control here. I do believe we're gonna kind of crush through this 19K level, as there really is no other levels besides the previous day equilibrium and the naked session point of control. I'm just switching back and forth here. Yeah, I guess we do have a 0.5, but again, I feel like we're gonna gravitate towards kind of this daily level, and just looking at the daily level here, I think we're gonna trap a lot of people or stop a lot of people out who kind of longed with leverage down here, and then we'll continue to kind of go higher. Just looking at this too, is that we did have a decent amount of volume transacted within here, so there is a good amount of liquidity here, possible liquidity to get stopped out, and for kind of the big traders to kind of fill their long orders. We'll see if they kind of defend based off of that, but we'll just have to wait and see. Again, kind of 2 minutes before the US Open opens. I don't really have any news opened up on my the screen right now, looking at the Fed interest rates or whatnot. I believe this morning they did announce a interest rate hike, so again, that might add downward pressure to the market. The dollar, however, has been rallying quite strong. Again, approaching 111 here. Still want to see it grind up to this 113 level. So again, that's just going to add more downward pressure to the stock markets and Bitcoin, so to speak. But again, we'll see really what happens. There's really no certainties with technical analysis. There's only really probabilities. So again, just mark out your levels and look for reactions based off of that. So right now it looks more bearish, considering S&P is dumping and OI is increasing while price is decreasing. Yes, just looking at the 5 minute here. I'll actually go to the 15 minute. That'll be a little bit more accurate, but I'll zoom out a little bit, and here you can see it's probably not the best picture, but we see price is making lower lows here and somewhat higher highs. Not really the clearest market structure on the 15 minute. That's why I like to look at kind of trading view to determine market structure. It just eliminates a lot more noise. But yeah, OI is increasing as price is decreasing. So I'm gonna go to the 5 minute here. More shorts are piling in here, as noted by the stacked imbalances. Again, I like to wait for the candle to confirm, not when it's printing. When it's printing, this is like the ongoing candle. That's what I mean by that. And so I never really truly judge based off of a printing candle unless it's super, super bearish. But again, doesn't really happen too many times. So we just wait and be patient. Take some more water here. So again, this is just a really rough game plan of what I have. I was kind of expecting a pump up here to stop out some of this open interest here. Maybe come up towards the VWAP, but again, we'll just have to wait and see. Seeing a good amount of longs and shorts opening up, so it's kind of battle of the two. Overall, I do think shorts kind of got this. Just noted from really back up here. People just been defending this level, but I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of get a mini squeeze up towards this VWAP and stop out a lot of kind of these shorts. So how you can kind of note this too is once you see a large, I guess, pump of open interest right here, it typically means that there might be a good chance that we come up and kind of stop them out just to reset the open interest and make people lose money. And so just lining it up when the pump of open interest started to increase, it kind of lines up where the VWAP is. Again, no really certainties of that happening, but just right now, I'm not really seeing any good support to really take it long off of. But again, it'll be interesting nevertheless. So again, the key level that I'm looking at is this golden pocket or the VWAP if you're looking at Excel charts right now. I am looking for a rejection off of that. If that does kind of play out, I will be looking for a short position, putting my stop loss right above these highs right here. And then really I'm aiming down for the daily level. Very strong support here. 2.6 risk to reward ratio. Again, we'll just see if that plays out or not. But there could be a chance that we just kind of blast through this. If we do kind of blast through that VWAP, again, I'm really looking up towards 21,500 if that really happens. Let's take a look at the stock market. Huge kind of gap down. Looking at the E-minis. E-minis kind of holding, but still kind of dumping down. Volume is kind of increasing here. But anyways, back to Bitcoin. We'll see. We'll really see what happens. But yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me better. Again, I just made a few adjustments with my video capture device, the camera right in front of me. I know Sat was recording me, and then I have my blue snowball. I don't know if you guys can see that. Blue snowball. That's my mic. Got a pretty good deal on it, so I can't really complain about that. For a low budget YouTube channel. Low budget, man. So we'll just kind of have to wait and see here. Nothing really too interesting. Again, we're kind of seeing a Darth Maul candle right now on the 5-minute. So we're kind of going up and down. Bears and bulls are kind of fighting it through. But I'm just waiting patiently for the levels that I kind of said earlier. Typical volume increase here, about 10 million. I usually like to see volume kind of die down before I really take a position. As you can see, overall, that volume has somewhat been increasing. We went to about 8 million, 9 million, 13 million, 10 million. Wouldn't be surprised if we kind of pick up more volume right now, but again, we'll just have to kind of wait and see. What I noticed too is that I don't like taking positions at a daily point of control unless there's like a ton of confluence there. They just never really work out for me. Has really positions trades. All right, that's awesome. Good to hear. Good to hear. Yep. I am looking kind of towards that level as noted by the lines here. What if this actually does play out? That would be pretty cool. Really no hard feelings if it doesn't. But again, we'll just have to wait and see here. I gotta stop talking so loud or talking really fast because it just dries out my throat. I gotta train out my throat again for talking so much, especially with making videos. But yeah, we'll just kind of have to wait and see here. Again, open interest is still increasing here. Overall, I'd say this is bearish, even though not too many shorts are really stepping in. Still pretty bearish, I'd say. Along with this too was it will create kind of a higher low here. What will be interesting too is that if we do hold from this level and decide to get a nice close above here, kind of these highs right here, this might lead to kind of a change in the trend in Bitcoin. Again, really no certainties on that, but just looking at market structure, you can see here you don't really know if that was a downtrend or not, but what kind of confirms the downtrend is right here, where we see a drop down along with lower lows here, taking out these lows right here. And so we just kind of have a grind down. So we have a higher low, lower low, and then we have a lower low. So yeah, right now I'd say we are still in a downtrend, but again, might be a possibility that we go into kind of more of a change in structure here. So I'm gonna go back to my chart here. Good amount of longs picking up, open interest decreasing. It's mainly shorts closing out, so that is fueling the market to the upside. Good amount of shorts are closing up. Any trap traders? Might be a possible trap traders right here. Yeah, shorting at the low at 19K roughly. They're underwater. Nothing really with the order flow to really nail that in a coffin, so to speak. But usually you want to see balances the next 3 candles per se. But right now, this is a pretty bullish candle, so to speak. We'll see if we hold at the VWAP, and then we can take a look and do possible day trade or scalp trade on the way down. I'm not really sure if the Fed guy is really speaking right now or not, or still speaking. I think he started at around 7 my time, or 7:30, about an hour ago. But again, good amount of volume and pretty good delta on this one too, along with the buy trades kind of stacking up. I don't really want you guys to overthink the buy and sell trades. Really just look for a ratio of 2-to-1 of the two. But here we go, kind of a mini short squeeze here. This is good to see so far. I'm just nervous about this delta, man. We might blast through this VWAP. I go back and forth between screens a lot. Alright, the futures is dumping. Actually, I'm just going to drag this guy up so we're not going back and forth. There we go. Look at that. Bitcoin is pumping while the stocks are dumping. Again, we might get a little bit more of a pump here. I'm trying to be a little bit more exact and get a better entry based off of this. But so far, this is bullish. Almost 5 million delta. That is a significant amount of delta, especially for bullish power here, along with kind of more volume picking up. So we might range here a little bit as volume kind of dies down. I do want to see a good rejection off the VWAP. Looks like we're kind of front running it along with the golden pocket too. But yeah. Okay, so delta is okay, good to know. He's speaking right now. So delta is the difference between buy and sell orders. So that's really what it is. To all my engineers out there, the change in. the triangle delta. I don't know. So we're getting a lot of stacked buying imbalances here. Significant amount, so I think we're gonna bust through this view up, guys. Again, we could still come up to the golden pocket. Still a little bit more of a wiggle room. But delta is picking up strongly here, along with volume. Alright, we're into the golden pocket, but right now I am not seeing anything bearish based off of this. We'll see if we get a close above here. Again, it looks like a kind of a mini short squeeze happening, as noted by the decrease in open interest. Again, stopping out participants as we just continue to kind of pump up here. It's a pretty fat candle. Wowza. This is bullish, guys. It's pretty bullish. It's kind of a squeeze mainly. Looking at the shorts, they're just kind of dumping down as the longs are kind of picking up here. Really a good amount of volume. I can see volume really picking up. Delta is really picking up too. That is pretty bullish. But really not much resistance above us here. We'll see if this view up kind of holds, and then maybe we can look for a little bit more of a higher risk long scenario. Looks like the stock market's kind of pumping up too. We'll see if the stock market can take out these highs right here. That would lead us up more higher. So far, so good. I'll go back down to the 5-minute time frame here. Got to be kind of careful of absorption going on too. So far, the CVD looks pretty bullish. Kind of breaking. If you draw like a imaginary trend line here, you can see we're kind of breaking out of that. Maybe CVD will kind of die down a little bit, come back down to right here, and then we kind of continue upwards. Again, CVD would kind of controlling. But yeah, this is a pretty bullish candle. 17 million volume here, 18 million. We'll see if this VWAP holds. I'll drop down to a low time frame here. So I want to see possible this level hold. So far so good. Volume increasing. A lot of blue. I use blue and purple candlesticks. Hey, I know. Yeah, I'm back. I'm doing pretty good. I'm trying not to lose my voice on stream. That way I can kind of make more videos for this weekend. But doing well. Doing well. This is ExoCharts. Just feel free to check out the playlist in the description to kind of learn about that. I think they are pretty useful and they're free. A lot of people pay really good money to learn that. So that's like $400 worth of value for free. Probably a lot more. I know people who are serious about this order flow, professional traders, and they pay a pretty penny for that kind of stuff. Now we're seeing some shorts coming in, some longs closing. we are kind of at the daily value high too. So a little bit overbought for the day. Again, I'm kind of looking for a retest of this VWAP. VWAP, you can think of it like as the mean. Let me go to the 15-minute here. But this is kind of a short squeeze candle. A lot of volume in that. Again, we'll see if buyers are defending. It would also be a good support of the valley areas. Here on the 5-minute, I gotta stop looking at the 5 minutes so much. But yeah, be interesting. I was expecting kind of pump. Yeah. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, it is a mini short squeeze. We'll see if we get more of a squeeze. I wouldn't be surprised. Right now, our level is holding. However, this is a large amount of kind of stacked imbalances here. Might be a little chaotic. We'll see kind of what happens in about 5 minutes or so. Again, whenever he speaks though, it's kind of revolved around his time, not really the time that I figure. So just up here, there was a good amount of liquidity. So again, that could add really fuel to the fire if we kind of push through that. A lot of selling delta here. But overall, it looks like the bulls have been defending this overall. Nothing to really tell within the series right now. And really the previous candle too, and the delta, I'm not really seeing any stacked selling imbalances. So again, can be a little bit of a pullback. But it is good to see that we're holding this level here. I do kind of want to see a true retest of this. That way we can get kind of a better entry. Again, never really preset your limit orders into the market. You can when you're in the market and trying to get out of the market, but when you're trying to get into the market, never really preset orders like that. Because again, you're not really looking at the reactions and the probabilities are kind of going against you. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. But yeah, definitely check it out. Alright, this will be kind of the test of time. There's really not too many shorts coming in. I could be wrong though. It's mainly longs kind of closing out of their position. We'll see if this holds. But really looking at these two candles, they are pretty strong candles. There was a lot of buying pressure in here. A lot of buying pressure. So yeah, I'll draw kind of at a 3-2. I'm not comfortable in shorting here just due to the fact that there's so much volume in here. Yes, delta did go down, or open interest did go down, but there's a lot of volume in here. So yeah, I'm just trying to stack the probabilities. We'll drop down to the 3 minute, see what's going on here. So again, nothing on this channel is really financial advice. Really for paper trading purposes only. I don't trade with real money on stream. It is paper money. Imaginary money. So, nothing really too interesting right here. Volume is kind of dying down. Kind of slowing down. We'll see if we kind of pick up again. Again, we are very locally, we're making higher highs. But overall, the market structure is still bearish until confirmed otherwise. Yeah, there's not really too many longs stepping up right here. Some more shorts closing. It's good to see this 382 holding along with VWAP. Roughly the same level. But now we kind of wait and see. Long-term view on Bitcoin. Well, overall, I think Bitcoin is gonna go to 500,000 by 2030. At least. Possible in the next really top. I see Bitcoin kind of going towards 180,000 to really 250,000. At least $150,000 Bitcoin at least. Might be a few years before that really happens. Right now we're just kind of seeing time capitalization, not necessarily price. So I wouldn't be surprised if we kind of go sideways for a while, or we might have kind of a pump up per se, like a mini short squeeze, and then we kind of come down and maybe retest 20K again. Again, really no certainties. I don't think really anyone knows. They just act like they know, so people can join their paid groups. But we're seeing a good amount of some longs coming in here. Good to see. This is good to see. Although volume is kind of dying down. I don't know, what do you guys think? This is still a downward structure. So just looking at this. If I really might take profit on this guy. It's pretty good. Again, I'm not really pulling the trigger yet. This is like quite a stretch from the previous day valley area too. Usually you want to see kind of balance in between the two. I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm not really taking a long here. Not a significant amount of really buying. Yeah, that was the daily open, I believe. Somewhere in there. What's going on? Cal and Z. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video again on kind of the long-term view on Bitcoin. I don't know, it's really more hopium than anything. But yeah. I'll definitely do a swing trading video, just looking at the levels. Because I know a lot of my viewers have full-time jobs, which is perfectly alright. And I understand that. I've been there before. I don't know, I'm just not really seeing... A lot of stacked selling imbalances here. But really, there's not really a significant amount of shorts opening up. I really hope you guys didn't long from this. This is quite a spike of a move up. We'll see what happens here. The E-minis is recovering. Cash market's recovering. Again, with cash market, I like to see kind of a break above here. Or really, this level right here, 39.80. As that was I swear it was a 1 hour order block. Can't really see here. I don't know, what you guys are thinking? Oh, I'm on Ethereum. The daily trend is still down. So just be aware of that. Solana's pumping. Who's trading alongside of me? Alright, there's a whole bunch of selling coming in here. Hold on, I'm probably gonna short. Yeah, I'm gonna take a short. So really I'm going to put my stop loss right above here. And kind of wake my way down. About a 1-to-1 risk to reward. Thing I'm not liking to see is open interest going down with this move down. But yeah, a lot of longs kind of closing out. Alright, who's in a short with me? Nice, you shorted ETH. We'll wait for, yeah. It is a little bit more risky. I'll see if we get a rejection. Looks like open interest is still decreasing. Looks like longs are picking up again. That's why I kind of widen out my stop loss, give it more wiggle room. So all right. Yeah, it's choppy. All right, guys. Well, just wait and take profits here if it plays out, and then look for longs right here. So I'll talk to you guys later.